thing I just wanted to pose is that, you know, Scotland has quite a lot of employment in the third sector, in the not-for-profit sector. And, you know, that's very vulnerable, whether it's from the arts. We're looking at all the leisure, charity partnerships throughout Scotland, Glasgow Life, Highland Life, and the rest of it, and vulnerabilities there. Sheen and Tate supports a huge number of charities, housing associations. So that, you know, quasi, you know, public, not-for-profit, I guess we all have to be mindful that that just doesn't come to the bottom of the pile, both in terms of the services that are provided, but also in terms of the employment.
Yes, yeah. And so again, in a lot of these things that you hear, you know, a lot about, you know, again, the policy response, but also the response more broadly across the economy, issues around well-being, issues around the importance of community. And I think the crisis has brought all of those issues to the fore, and very much thinking about, well, what's the purpose of a successful economy? Well, it's about to create employment opportunities for people. It's about to create wealth opportunities for people. It's about to tackle barriers. It's about to promote diversity. And the third sector has a disproportionately important role in all of that. So it's about creating opportunities, whether that be in rural economies, whether that be in supporting people who might be otherwise disadvantaged from normal kind of economic activities. And I think, again, this crisis highlights just the crucial importance of them, of the role that they play, the disproportionately important role that they play, and also potentially highlights opportunities for those sectors to grow and to look for new opportunities. So how can we help support local entrepreneurs in the third sector or in charities to actually create more of an opportunity for their local economies and their local communities? And again, times of crisis and change, this is when the opportunities kick in to do that.
So on the scale of 1 to 10, the 1 pessimist, 10 optimist, you know, are you coming out as a number in terms of how Scotland can fare through this?
I tend to move around between sometimes being thinking, well, there's lots of challenges to come through this, but then also opportunities. And I mean, I think I would probably be, I'm kind of more on the optimistic side of things now than where I was potentially, you know, just a few weeks ago. I think there are, as we're starting to emerge through this, people are starting to get a bit of an equilibrium about where we are, what happens next. And I think the key thing we need to keep on focusing upon is that once we can get through the public health emergency, our economy will recover. This is not changing the fundamental, you know, productive capacity of our economy. We will recover. And having that focus upon where we want to get to, I think, is absolutely crucial. So resilience and flexibility is going to be absolutely key. But hopefully in a year's time, 18 months' time, when we have another, you know, if we have another conversation, we'll be talking about, well, actually now it's how do we kick on to take advantage of the opportunities of the future?
Yeah, and that's a great place to end. I mean, I really do hope that, you know, for all of our clients, there's been some hope and optimism in terms of, to an extent, taking charge of your own destiny as much as you can, and where you started in terms of, we've consciously done this to ourselves, to the economy. It's not been a kind of existential economic event. It's been a public health event that's led to that. So hopefully we can, you know, take control. Graeme, I want to thank you very much. I cannot think of a better start to this. Scotland is very lucky both to have Fraser Allander, but you heading it up and the contribution that you make to public life. And I always really enjoy a conversation. I know how busy you are, and on behalf of everyone at Sheen and Tate, I just want to thank you very, very much indeed, Graeme.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you.